Hello, everybody. My name is Pam Myers. Welcome to 3Q, New Mexico's business podcast. My lovely co-host is the fabulous Erica Yoakum. And our guest today is Julie Johnston. Julie is a ski instructor in Taos and Santa Fe areas as well. So welcome, Julie. Thanks so much for joining.
Yes, nice to be here.
Good. Yeah, glad to have you. So you are a ski instructor in Taos. How many days a week people can go up there and sign up for ski lessons, right?
I'm there 3 days a week. Of course, they're open 7 days a week.
Right.
I could assist people. I can recommend people they sign up for lessons with. They have lessons, morning lessons, afternoon lessons, daily, multi-day lessons that attract people that have never skied. Packages include rental equipment, lift ticket, etc.
Yeah.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
I've been teaching skiing for a decade.
Wow.
I work with people that have done it maybe 40 years or 40 years plus.
Wow.
The ski industry thrives on instructors of multiple ages, from quite young, including people that are into their 80s that are still teaching.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It'll keep you in shape, that's for sure.
Right.
So what do you do so how many months out of the year do you get to teach? And then what do you do when you're not teaching?
Ski season runs New Mexico early December through the end of March, first week of April, depending on snow. So close to 4 months.
Nice.
Yes.
And how has the snow been this year? I mean, it's pretty good, right?
The snow is spectacular. Right now, it's intensely sunny. New Mexico, northern New Mexico is different than most places people ski because we get lots of days with sunshine. That's not as common in other parts of this country. So that's quite attractive for people. So the ski makeup is sunscreen and lip screen.
Yeah.
That's it. Why bother when you have goggles on? Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Are there things that you recommend? Say people have never skied before and they want to come in and have instructions. Are there certain things that you recommend?
People that have never skied, at a minimum, should take a day-long ski lesson. I recommend they try it at least 3 times with lessons.
Okay.
That gives people skills to feel safe tackling the harder beginner or green slopes, we call them.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a few days to get confident, usually by the 3rd day. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have to like cold weather because that's where I tap out. I'm like,
well, with sunshine, they're skiing today. It's above freezing, not so cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Above freezing is not how to sell it to me. Sorry. Okay, so it's above freezing is not a selling point for me.
Okay.
72 is a selling point for me, which means no snow, but
no, we don't like skiing when it's slush. Not fun.
No, I wouldn't think so.
You want that nice fine powder is the pretty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, thanks. Yeah, I've got one kid that is absolutely he snowboards and he thinks it's the greatest thing, and he's like, "Mom, come down." Like, nope, I'm good. I don't like snow. I'm good. I'm from California. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm a SoCal girl.
Well, I highly recommend taking ski lessons, and more than just a half a day, which is what I took in Taos. And then I felt all powerful and skied off the side of the mountain and had to be taken down
Ooh,
in a stretcher. I was fine. I didn't get hurt, but it was pretty dangerous. But
Yeah.
How do you
highly
ski off the side of the mountain?
I went through the guide ropes trying to avoid hitting people, and my skis got caught in the guide ropes, and I was hanging. Yeah, it was only me, right? And that's
So what I'm hearing is definitely more than half a day. 3
right.
days. 3
Yeah.
days of lessons. Okay.
Yeah.
Also local ski areas do multi-week programs where you go like 5-6 weeks in a row. I have a group that skis with me every Wednesday afternoon at Taos.
Oh wow.
The other area I work at, Pajarito, above Los Alamos, also has multi-week programs. Ski Santa Fe, I think virtually every ski area has those. So if you're local, coming once a week, skiing with the same core group of people and the same instructor week after week makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Pajarito is way less expensive, isn't it? Is it as a for a lift ticket?
It is. Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
It's a smaller area, but yes, it's very, very different cost, but also quite a different area. Taos has the infrastructure with lodging, restaurants, etc. Santa Fe does not have lodging. It's half an hour away in town. Pajarito, the town is maybe 10 minutes from Los Alamos.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So there's not like a ski lodge or something that's
Well, there's a place with food.
okay.
And everywhere has food locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rental equipment is there.
I'm envisioning food trucks coming up, pulling up. That'd be awesome. Come down the slope, ski up to a, Euro place or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Thinking of driving every ski area, you don't want your ordinary car. You need all-wheel drive at a minimum for any ski area road. 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive required.
Good
You
advice.
don't want to
Bummer,
get
my car won't make it. Yeah.
stuck. And also, Taos, Santa Fe, they have a bus that'll take you there. So free
Really?
transportation.
You mean where do you pick it up?
You can go to the ski area websites and learn about the shuttle schedules, etc.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Right, with people that may not have 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles, but they want to go check out the ski slopes.
You could take the rail runner into Santa Fe and then catch a bus and go up there and never have to drive yourself. That'd be kind of nice.
You can, yes. Taos too, they have a place right just north of town that's a very common place where they do pickups. They do that at multiple locations. Encouraging less cars on the road for one. Yep.
Wow.
And especially, and more importantly, less ill-equipped drivers on the snowy road. It would be better. Yeah, I agree.
Correct.
Yeah. Are there things that do you advise new beginners to stay on the green slopes?
So if you're learning, you stay on very flat terrain your first morning. You gradually get onto things with a little more pitch. Instructors, we all know what terrain is appropriate for whatever level you're skiing. We're very careful about, we'll say, not over terrain people. That means you don't put people on something steep their first day. You really can't learn if the hill's too steep. Every ski area has beginner. They also have ways to get up that aren't chair lifts. There are
Oh.
conveyor belts like at the airport that you stand
Oh,
on.
I've seen those. I've actually done
Yep.
those with inner tubes when we were doing sledding with a little kid, and it was great. You just go hook your inner tube up and you got pulled up the mountain. That was awesome. That I'd do again because
You stand on it. The
yeah.
chairlift is later. You have to know how to stop and turn before you get up a steeper hill. Learning how to stop, key. But the easy way, you gradually teach people how to turn uphill into the hill. If you think about riding a bicycle, anytime you start to make an arc uphill, you slow down. Skiing is very similar. You go into the pitch of the hill. So you learn that and use the steepness to help you slow down your skis. You sure don't head straight down that hill.
Because you evidently go off the side of a mountain.
Right. Yeah.
That's
I wish I'd
often
only
rare.
30 years. Yeah.
People that don't take lessons think they can go up the chairlift right away. And that's a huge mistake. Yes.
Obviously. Yeah. Yeah.
Do they
We
still
also
call them bunny
say
slopes,
if
or
you're
is that what the green slopes are? The bunny slopes? They still call them that?
Instructors, we don't use that word. They all have names. Santa Fe, they call it Easy Street. Most just call it a beginner area.
Okay.
Taos, it's called Pioneer. Or there's also, Taos has a separate children's area also from the adult. Yeah. Most ski areas have programs where the caregiver for children can drop them off for the whole day, and they're with instructors, even eat lunch with the instructors. So it's like daycare where the adults can do other stuff.
Right.
And they run programs like that. That's very, very common. Everywhere I've worked has that.
And what's the youngest? What the youngest kids are running around? Is there age limits?
I'd say 3.
What?
Yes, 3 to 6
Wow.
are fine.
Mm-hmm.
I get my butt kicked by a 3-year-old.
For one thing, falling down is not an issue. They do it all day long.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, they're only a foot and a half off the ground. It's a little different. Yeah.
They enjoy it. Yes. Getting back to enjoyment, one of my favorite things is it starts snowing. I'll just show you. It starts snowing. You do this and you catch those snowflakes. That's the first part of the lesson. Great fun. I watch people during the day thinking, oh, they learned that. They're trying it. Kids love it too. New snow. Sure,
right.
Pick up new snow, try it. It's fine.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So how can people reach you if they would like to take advantage and get ski lessons from you?
Well, my contact is here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Julie Johnston.
Mm-hmm.
Julie J. Santa Fe at Gmail.
Awesome.
And
that up there, yeah.
Thank you,
Julie J.
Erica.
Santa Fe, which is great. It rhymes. Really easy to remember.
it does.
Julie J. Santa Fe at Gmail. Perfect. I got your phone number up there.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yes.
amazing. I'm not a skier, so I don't know any. This is great information because I'm clueless with it.
So some other things I can tell you. One of those exceptional things when people really learn how is when they come multiple times. You can request an instructor you like and do private lessons, or you can choose to be in a group lesson. If you're with a group, instructors often teach to the person towards the lower end that's just beginning. Private lessons, if you can afford it, you learn how to ski very quickly. And everyone has their own needs. You learn by feeling what's going on in your feet, your ankles, your legs.
Right.
A key thing I do is I mainly teach adults, and I work on turning off all that noise up here that's preventing them from going forward. They'll start asking all kinds of questions and I'll say, nope. I said, think about what your big toe is doing. I'm not going to answer that question right now. I do that all the time because honestly, everyone is a bit scared.
Right.
It's a strange thing. Yep. That slipping around with these things that are close to your height on your feet.
Yeah.
And then ski boots can be uncomfortable. Of course they are at first when you start skiing. A key piece of advice, people getting into skiing, buying a ski boot that fits well is the single most important piece of equipment. You use your ankles and feet a huge amount for skiing. The upper body doesn't get used all that much. It stays quiet. So
Interesting.
also one thing I do, well, I grew up in Minneapolis. I've been in Santa Fe for 40 years. So my whole life, I've loved playing in snow. I always call everything I have on skiing my play clothes. So, okay. It's nice to put on my play clothes. Of course, being an instructor, you have lots and lots of stuff.
Right.
Are pretty full when you drive up there with all the extra things. But anyway, yeah. Also, skiing very much is a social activity. People don't do this alone that often. We find other people. We're on the chairlift, talk to people, find out where they're from constantly. You don't take that many runs alone either. As an instructor, we always learn from other instructors. We get endless free lessons. And some of that are some of the top instructors in the country show up at places like Taos. So that's exceptional. That is the single best fringe benefit. You also get your lift pass because you're an employee, but just endless instruction is fun.
Wow.
It gets you to challenge yourself.
Right. Right.
The best people anywhere still participate in instruction for themselves, professional development. So,
yeah. Wow. Do you think that ski boots are more important than actual skis even?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The performance comes from hips down.
Okay.
The ski, yes, you can try different types of demo skis, etc. But the boot is the thing to invest in.
Okay.
Yeah, because we all know if our feet hurt, life sucks. Whether it's cowboy boots or high heels or ski boots, right? If your feet don't feel good, then you're not going to be doing as well. So that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mentioned high heels. I joke with people that wear heels or stilettos and say, never have I worn those, but I spent 4 months in ski boots. Does that count?
Right. That's funny.
We make sure our boots fit extremely well and get adjustments done. Any quality ski shop helps with that.
Okay.
So, yep.
Okay. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Some fun sport. Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, thank you so much for being a guest. And if you want to reach out to Julie to find out about when she's going to be on the slopes or talk to her about lessons around northern New Mexico, you can reach her at 505-259-3952.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Awesome. Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Julie.
Sure. Oh, I should have also said snowboard also. Every ski area has snowboard possibilities. So, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for adding that.
Yes. All right. Thank you.